Hello and welcome to this board game life. My name is Mark, and today I'm unboxing Echoes of Time from Cranio Creations. In a fantastic and untouched land, four factions govern different aspects of this world: the ocean depths with their dark abysses, the gentle hills with windy meadows and protected forests, the vast and endless expanses of the night skies, and the mysterious and unexplored underground tunnels. An ancient and powerful energy flows through these places, concentrating in hidden, inexhaustible sources. Controlling this power allows one to bend to their will life's most important aspect: time, and the rhythms it imprints on the environment and every being. Echoes of Time is a strategic game for 2 to 4 players in which you attempt to create the best equipped fellowship of characters from different factions to conquer the sources of power. Try to control and modify the flow of time to outshine your opponents. The game includes more than 100 cards with unique effects that you will use to build a new deck each game, and a sliding tile system guides you in managing the time needed for your cards to become usable, while simultaneously controlling the activation rhythm of their effects. This game is designed by Simon Luciani and Roberto Pelle. The art is by Giovanni Calor. It's published by Cranio Creations in 2025. It's for ages 12 and up. Plays 2 to 4 players in about 45 minutes. And as always, if you would be so kind to hit that like button and please hit that subscribe button. No cost. It's free. It helps us out. And hit that bell icon so you're never missing when we're dropping new content. All right, let's get to the table and check out Echoes of Time. All right. So we'll zoom in a little bit here. So I did play this recently, and a friend of mine had it and brought it out, and her and I played it, and I was like, this is a very fun game. I'm not normally big into multi-function, multi-use cards, but this game I really did enjoy. It's not a heavy game. Let's see. In fact, what do our friends at BGG weigh this? It's a 2.6 out of 5, so it is right there in the middle. And yeah, it was enjoyable. I did enjoy the game, so I'm picking this up. All right, so nice big rule book. Again, Rob and I have talked about this. We like rule books that take up basically the whole box, that are the size of the box, because then the font hopefully is bigger, and you get, for us elderly gamers, it's easier to read to read some of this. It's really not a hard game, and the rule book is 8 pages in total, so it really plays fairly quickly and easy to pick up. And so here is some of the cardboard, the coins. So these are the individual. These are like the little time slots that you'll punch out. They're individuals. So there's like 6 of them here. That one. So you can see. So this is what will be sliding back and forth on your board. All right. We've got some more. So they're all basically going to be very similar. What's important here is the symbols at the top when you're playing the game. It's the rest of the bottom here is just kind of like, it's just artwork. It's mainly your this is the focus of the colored symbols at the top. So there are all of those. So there's 6 per player, 6 times. So yeah, there's 4 players here, and here's each player gets one of these time slots. It's dual layered, which is nice. So these will slide. I'll just punch out some of these, but you'll set them up in a certain way. But essentially, you're going to have them like, you'll have 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 there. but you'll have 5 on your board, and then yeah, you'll have another one off to the side, which is like the active time, and then you'll be playing cards out. There's a tracker down here at the bottom. This basically are the things you can do. So like you can advance time, or you can draw 2 cards. So at the very beginning, everybody moves the time slot forward. So you move it like that. You just kind of slide it forward, and what's going to happen is, because again, you'll have 5 of these out here. Let me just punch one whole container here. This isn't a how to play, so I don't know why I'm even bothering, but essentially you end up with like 3 blues. I think one of the blues, I think you start with a blue off the board. So, and anyways, this is in some kind of pattern, but we'll just, for the sake of it. All right. So just say this is your time. Like this is, so when you're playing cards out, you're going to play them out here, and then the blue is activating, so you'll be putting cards up on the top, and when that round is over, basically you're going to slide the time. So then whatever time and cards come off, then you play them up to the top, which is your fellowship essentially, and then this powers, you gain bonuses and stuff based on the power that's active at that time. So that's kind of a very simplistic way of trying to explain that, but that's what these boards are for and what those tiles are for. So there's, again, 4 double-sided timelines for everybody. And again, everything that you can do is labeled right here on the bottom of the board. So again, you start the game by moving time and drawing, I think you draw a card, and then you basically are taking 2 actions on your turn, and you get these little cubes, and you can either draw 2 cards. This one ain't play a card. This one is, I think, shifting a card 2 down, or maybe that's shifting. I think it's just shifting, you moving a card down 2 spots. This has to do with some things that'll play out in the middle. This, I think, is like your bonus actions that you can take, and then you can do things if you have control of the certain area. So I'll talk about that in a minute. So every player gets two wooden cubes. So there's those. All right, so let me just show you. Let me move in here a little bit. All right, so I'm going to show you. These are like the cards that you are basically trying to gain control of, and there will be, I believe it's one of these will be out per player, and there's 6 total of these, so you can have some variety. But like, so in a 2-player game, both of these might be sitting out there, and if you have, it takes, like, this takes 1 power to basically take control of this. You have to have 4 to protect it so that it cannot be taken. So if I have 1 or 2 powers, which I'll show you in a minute on the cards, then like once you have that, you gain 2 cards and like 2 coin. Once you control it, then you gain like 6 coins, and you can move 4 cards down, something like that, right? But this is a source. That's what they're called: source of stability, source of growth. So you're basically trying to take control of these, and then they're worth points, like at the, essentially at the end of the game, where you want to control these. And then this one here says, always going on, you don't need to discard cards for opponent's effects. So if an opponent's doing something and you've got this, either control or you have it protected, this is in play. So and then here again, if you have control of it or have protected it, you can do the blue action. Like I said, when this blue times card is off the board and that's in effect, then you can play a card by having that. So there's various different things. Some of these you've got to have 9 power to be able to protect it. They're worth more points or more gold, things like that. So you're basically trying to secure these things. All right, and what you're going to use for those are these cards. And I believe that's both of these are just stacks of the same. I mean, I think this is just one big stack of cards that is what we're going to play from. I don't think there's anything else. They're all, yeah. So all of these cards, this is what you're going to be playing. Like there's different factions. I think this one is like a neutral. But then there's like these blue icons, like these blue triangles. There's these little green pies. There's that yellowish, I don't know what that is, that symbol. There's like that reddish fire symbol. So, and then they've got other emblems on here. I don't remember what all that. There's the yellow, there's blue, there's a green one. So these things do different things as well. So you're basically going to have cards that you're going to put down to your timeline, and you're basically trying to get them above your timeline. And then you're using these numbers here. So say this was sitting out here. As soon as I put this out there, then I can take control of this, right? Because I have a power of 2. And then you kind of put this over the card. Now I lose the abilities down here, but I gain what's in the source. And then it shows now someone else, I only have 2 power under this. So another player can, if they have 6 that is available to them, they can take this from me. Now, once I have, at least 6, right, which is what I have here. These are sitting out. These cover it. It shows I've got them. I lose all the abilities on the bottom, but I gain these, and that's how you want to try to control those things. So, but there's a lot of different uses on these cards. They will show you once you try to play a card, like this one you don't have to pay any cards, but this would go to time slot number 4. So let me scroll back out a little bit. So if you did the play a card action, which is one of these, and you see that there's times 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So if I played this card, it doesn't cost me anything, but it goes to slot 4, and it's going to take a while to basically drop off. Now, if I do the move a card action, I can move 2 cards over 1 space, or I could move 1 card 2 spaces on my timeline to try to move it to get it off the timeline so that I can play it up top, and then take use of those. So that's kind of essentially in a nutshell what the game is. Again, there's a lot of cards in here. So let me scroll back in. There's a ton of cards. So, and again, I'm not going to show them all, but you can just kind of see this one doesn't have like a faction associated with it, and there's different things that it can do. These don't have like any point. Oh, these are these I don't think you play with. I think those are things you can purchase. Let me double check. So I can't remember. They're called fellowship cards, but these are the victory points are down there, and then of course it's going to depend on those things. But I thought there was like a market that you could use those cards to like you would buy those. I can't remember. Probably not. I think I'm thinking of something else. So, but anyways, but that's it. It's a really fun game. I'm gonna drop back to the other camera. All right, so it's a really nice game. It's a really good looking game. It is a lot of fun to play. I had a lot of fun playing this, and I highly recommend it. Check it out, and then share your thoughts here. If you've already played it, let us know what you think, and appreciate you checking us out. Again, hit that like, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you don't miss any new content. And again, we'll see you at the table.